Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of PhotoBiz Live. This is Danny from the PhotoBiz support team, and today we're going to be joined by Carrie from our passionate support team as well, and she's going to be talking to you guys about how to connect with your customers. And basically, this webinar is going to cover how you can use social media and other tools and integrate them with your PhotoBiz product to stay connected with your customers. So in addition to getting the opportunity to learn from Carrie in today's webinar, we're going to have a question and answer session at the end of the webinar. You can submit your questions using our chat tool, which is built into the webinar software, and they're going to be answered at the end of the presentation. If you guys are on Twitter, you can also join the discussion by using the hashtag PhotoBizLive. Again, that's hashtag PhotoBizLive. And if at any point during today's webinar you're having any difficulty hearing Carrie or seeing the slides, please use the comment box and let us know, and we'll do our best to troubleshoot any kind of issues that you're having. Also, we are going to be recording this webinar, which means it will be available on our YouTube channel for replay, which is youtube.com/photobiz. So when you're there, be sure to click the subscribe button. That way you get updates from us whenever we release new videos. So if this is your first time in a webinar with us, welcome. And just to give you guys a heads up, this is going to be an audio-only webinar with visuals. So we will be speaking to you guys, and your questions will just be requested through the chat tool. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to Carrie and get this webinar started.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very excited to get to talk with you guys today. I am Carrie, and I am a member of the Passionate Support team here at PhotoBiz. So I'm really excited to talk with you and teach you some of my tips and tricks regarding connecting with your customers. We're going to be diving into some different ways to utilize social media with your PhotoBiz website, and also talking about the websites themselves. So just to kind of welcome you, again, the webinar today is about connecting with your customers. And I know that being photographers, you guys have a busy season coming up. There's all kinds of weddings, senior portraits, and you guys have a lot going on, and just on a day-to-day basis, it can be hard to keep connected with your customers. So we're going to talk about managing that online presence while still being able to market your business and drive those sales. So having said that, I do have a few goals in mind kind of going through the webinar today. The first is to actually strengthen your online presence. In regards to being found online, it's just as important as your brick and mortar studio. It's important to market yourself online just as you would in real life. So that's what we're going to talk through today a little bit. Also, another goal is to build that rapport with your clients. That is what will create the repeat business. Once you have that relationship with the client, they trust you, you trust them, it's a good situation all around, and at the end of the day, it will bring you in the repeat business. And then last, we want you to stay on your client's mind. Even though they might not be in need of a session or any sort of photography, it's good to stay connected with them. That way, when it does come the time for them to have pictures taken, you're the first person they think of when it's time to do so. So let's move right on into strengthening your online presence. So you may wonder what that means and what it means to have an online presence. The first step, and probably the most important step, is a website. You know, being that you all are PhotoBiz clients, you probably have a website. If not, we would love to help you out with that. But with a website, there are some other great tools that you can use to have a stronger online presence. One of those would be a blog, and we are going to dive into each of these individually and talk about them in depth as we kind of go throughout the webinar today. So a blog could definitely help you with your online presence. Email marketing is something that is also good to do with your clients. Social media, and this is probably going to be the majority of our webinar today, is talking through these different social media accounts and how to utilize those with your PhotoBiz website. And last but not least are review websites. These you may not have as much control over as you do your own website, blog, or social media accounts, but at the same time, they can still help drive business, they can still get your name out there, and they're still great for marketing your business. So let's start with a blog. Blogs are really great because they do provide the fresh, new content. If you think about it, a blog is something that you're updating constantly. It's very consistent posting. Your clients start to recognize, okay, they're going to post maybe 2 to 3 times per week. And actually, having a blog, I would challenge you to do so. There's nothing worse than someone who has a blog and doesn't update it. So you'll want to make sure that you are committed to providing your clients with that consistent posting, and my recommendation there would be 2 to 3 times per week. And there's some neat ways that you can do that. I know some of you may be thinking, I don't know what I could talk about 2 or 3 times per week in a blog. But what you can do is get some feedback from your clients. Listen to them, ask them what they want to know about you, or what they would like to know about your business, and use those tools as you're posting these blog posts. And next, feature your clients. There's no better way to build that rapport with a client than to utilize them and make them feel like they are connected with you. So you can make a blog post about a recent session that you've done, showcasing some of, again, your most current work, but at the same time, you're featuring your clients so that they can see exactly how much their business means to you. Again, you do want to make sure you're showing examples of recent work. A blog is a great place to store the recent work, and it's something that you are updating frequently, so it gives you the platform in which to do so. And another neat thing about a blog is that you can link it in with your Facebook account. Also, I'm going to add to this, you can also add an email subscription widget on your blog. That way, as soon as you are updating that blog and as soon as you are publishing new posts, your clients know about it. It shows up on their Facebook feeds as well as in their email inbox. So those are some great tips to kind of integrate those things together. That way you are able to reach your client across any platform. And last, clients really want that behind the scenes look. They get to see you in a business environment. You know, you're taking pictures of them, but at the same time, it's kind of neat to get the behind the scenes look. So make them feel like you are giving them something extra. So whether that be showing a glimpse at a vacation you might have gone on and taken some shots of, or kind of doing a behind the lens sort of thing where they get to know you a little bit better. These are all great content pieces that you could put within your blog. So think about that. Again, a blog is definitely a commitment. I would say be sure that you're ready for a blog, but at the same time, it can provide a great outlet for your customers to feel connected with you. So moving right along, email marketing is another way to kind of connect yourself with your clients. Email allows you to deliver relevant, targeted info. Just like I'm sure none of us like to be flooded with emails, I'm definitely not saying to send an email every day to your clients, but it is a good idea to implement some sort of email marketing. That way you can communicate with your clients and let them know that, you know, this particular type shoot is coming up, or you may be running a special on session fees. So that way it is, again, that relevant targeted info that they may be interested in. A good idea for email is to include links. That way it's easy to navigate. And also it's driving those links back to your website. If you want your clients to head over to your website to check out some more things that you're mentioning in the email, include that link. That way, as soon as they click on it, they're taken to your website. It's easy for you and it's easy for them to be able to navigate through. Another thing about email, keep it short and sweet. We all know when we open emails, we don't want to read paragraph after paragraph of text. So definitely, you know, deliver that relevant content, keep it short, and make it something that the client can scan through. Another good point is to send a test. No one wants to send an email that has spelling errors, grammatical errors, or that might just not look the way that you want it to. So make sure you send yourself a test first before you send out the giant email blast to the bulk of your clients. Next is clean up your contact list, and this is just a little bit of housekeeping advice. You may notice that when you do send out email blasts that you are getting a lot of bounce back on that. Well, make sure you go through and clean that up a little bit. It's a great way to know exactly what clients are working with you and what emails do work for you, and that way you can stay connected with those clients and kind of clean out the ones that keep continuing to bounce back to you. And then last, design your email to fit your brand. This is just on the same basis as staying consistent. You want your website to be branded a certain way. Same goes for your email, and you'll want to carry that through your social media accounts as well. So those are some great pointers about how to use email. So now we're going to switch gears just a little bit and jump into the social media aspect of staying connected with your clients. You know, social media sort of runs marketing in the online world today. It's the best place to stay connected with your clients, young and old. It's a way for you to get on that personal level with them at the same time maintaining that professionalism. So a great way to start is with Facebook. Facebook is probably the most popular social media outlet for clients as well as consumers. So you might want to start with a Facebook business page. I would definitely recommend creating a business page apart from your own personal Facebook account. That way you can separate the two. You can upload the relevant content to the business page without it passing through your own personal Facebook account. This again provides you a great way to show your clients the behind the scenes looks. So with those behind the scenes looks, you again can show images and galleries that you may have taken on a vacation. If you happen to do any charity work, it's a great way to show them, you know, those personal pieces of the puzzle that you are as their photographer. Also, it's a neat way to kind of tease photo shoots. Again, you do want to connect it with your website. So if you share a few images in a Facebook gallery and then link over to your website to see the full gallery, that's a way to tease the photo shoot, keep those clients interested, as well as get that traffic over to your website. Also, Facebook is a neat way where you can add in special discounts for your clients or calls to action. So, for instance, if you have Valentine's shoots coming up, you could say, you know, mention that you like us on Facebook and we'll waive your session fee, or we'll give you this percentage of a discount. So that way it kind of, you know, calls the clients to act, and it also gives them a special discount for staying connected with you through a social media outlet. Also, Facebook's neat because you can encourage tagging. That way, not only are you connected with your clients, but if they are encouraged to tag themselves and their friends in your images, then it's more traffic to your Facebook, it's more visibility for you, as well as it will help drive that traffic to your website. And again, that is the important thing here, is driving that traffic to your website. That's going to help in the end with search engine optimization. The more people visit your site, the better. And the fact that they're going through a social media outlet, clicking on a link to your website says a lot for search engine optimization as well. And one challenge I have for you is to think beyond the like. And what I mean by that is when someone goes to your Facebook, your goal is for them to like your page. Well, it doesn't stop there. You need to make sure that, again, you're keeping up with this constant relevant content. You're uploading new images, you're posting posts and linking back to your website. So keep them interested. Don't stop at just the like. Think beyond that and continue to keep your content relevant and interesting. So moving right along, that brings us to YouTube. YouTube is another great social media outlet, and it's one that might not be thought of as often as others, but it's a great way to incorporate videos into the relationship that you have with your clients. Again, you would be able to incorporate these into your website, and after we move through the presentation portion, I'm actually going to jump over into the PhotoBiz control panel and show you guys exactly how you can incorporate some of the videos and some of these aspects of social media that we've talked about today into your actual website. Again, you'll want to maintain your brand. So if you're making videos showing some behind the scenes looks of shoots you've done or of personal information about yourself, you want to make sure and maintain your brand there. And what better way to do so than in person? If you have a business or even yourself, you can create your own YouTube channel. Here at PhotoBiz, we have our own for our webinars. So you can create your own channel. That way you archive all the videos that you upload to that channel in one place, and it's easy for your clients to find. And the main goal here is to make it interesting. Again, you've heard me say the term behind the scenes a lot today. But that's really a great way to stay connected with your clients and to drive that interest so that it keeps them coming back. So make sure and give them that behind the scenes look. You know, what do you do outside of photography? Show them a little bit of that, whether it be in the videos or whether it be in the other social media outlets that you have. YouTube's also a great way to include how-to guides. I'm sure you have clients that say, well, what do I wear to my photo shoot? You could take a couple of those clients, make a what to wear video, or you could even show some basic tips and tricks of photography if you're interested in sharing that. And then lastly, one great way to use YouTube is to also incorporate testimonials. Testimonials are one of the best ways to showcase how great your business is, because it's not you marketing your business. It's not you trying to talk to people about your business. It's actually real clients sharing what a wonderful experience they had with you. So if you do some video testimonials with your clients and they share the experience that they've had with you, feel free to use that on your YouTube channel and then even in your website to help share exactly, what it means to be a client of yours with people who may be potential clients. So YouTube is, again, another great tool to use as far as social media goes. All right, which brings us to Twitter. Twitter switches gears a little bit. You don't have the video with Twitter, and it's more short, sweet, and to the point. You have 140 characters to share an update with your followers. So having said that, it kind of brings in the sense of immediacy. If you have something you need to share with your clients, you're more than welcome to with Twitter, and it's more of a light and fun atmosphere. Maybe you're at a trade show and you want to tweet a picture of something that's happening at the trade show. This is a great place to do that. You don't have to go through the process of uploading it to your website, but at the same time, you're sharing that inside look with your clients. And again, the contact goes both ways. You can tweet, your clients can tweet back at you, and you guys can develop that online relationship that leads to staying connected with each other. All right, so another up-and-coming social media outlet is Pinterest. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Pinterest. It allows you to share categorized pin boards with your followers, and this is a great way to tie it in with your business as well. Again, with YouTube, I mentioned making a what to wear video. Do that with Pinterest. Make a what to wear board and say, here's some great ideas of what you can wear to your photo shoot if you have any questions about that. Again, you can link to that from your website, and you can link back to your website from the Pinterest board. So this is a great way to kind of have those two things connect and work with each other. Most people use the Pin It bookmark on their bookmark toolbar across the top of their internet browser. If they have that, they can actually pin images from your blog or website to their Pinterest boards. So that's a great tool that they can utilize. That would be a great source for a blog post on how to use the Pin It bookmark, so they'll know exactly how they can pin your images on their Pinterest. And it also allows you to connect with them because you can follow your clients as well. That way you guys can kind of trade pins, you can repin what they're pinning, you can see what their interests are, and you can kind of cater to that in the way that you go about the shoot that you do with them. And last but not least, you want to be wary of excessive self-promotion on Pinterest. You want to make sure that you don't just have pin boards of your images. In keeping the personal relationship with your clients, you want to make sure that it's not all about marketing to them. Make it personal. Put some of your interest on Pinterest in categorized boards, and that way they can see what you're about, as well as being able to repin the images that you actually take. Another up-and-coming social media outlet is Instagram. If you haven't heard of Instagram, it is a mobile app for Android and iPhone users. Basically, it allows you to take an image that is a square image and use filters to get the effect that you would like to have on the image. So it allows you to share that photography on all social media platforms. So in addition to sharing it on your Pinterest feed, or not Pinterest, Instagram feed, you can share it on Facebook, you can share it on Twitter, you can share it on Tumblr. So this is a great way to use one account to post to all of these different social media outlets. It's another great way to show behind the scenes looks. I know PhotoBiz has an Instagram account, and at the last trade show that we went to, we had an Instagram contest, and we asked our clients to Instagram images of the sunglasses giveaway that we gave away at the trade show. So it's a great way to connect with your clients, as well as a great way to market your business as well. And then there is also a way to embed an Instagram feed into your blog or site. I'm really excited to show this to you guys when we move over to the control panel, because it is a way to, again, put that personal content there on your site and allow your clients to know that you're active on social media. So this moves us into review websites. And these are another big thing. As I mentioned in the introduction today, review websites are a way for you to stay connected with your clients. You may not have as much control over the review websites as you would your own website or your social media accounts, but that doesn't discount the importance of being active on there. One is Yelp. Yelp is a place where clients can write reviews. You are able to respond to those reviews and, answer them, whether they be good or whether you want to respond to a comment that may have been about a negative experience. But at the same time, Yelp is a way for your clients to give feedback about the experience they've had with you. Again, if you put your business on Yelp, it will allow you to link back to your website, which drives that traffic yet again. And then when clients go to Yelp and are searching for a photographer in a certain area, you'll come up and they'll have the opportunity to contact you, which again can drive that business. Google Places works pretty much the same way. Clients are writing reviews, you're able to respond, and it's searchable, so when clients are looking for a business or a photographer in a certain area, you'll come up and they're able to find you. There's also industry-specific sites as well. I know two very popular ones are Wedding Wire and then the knot.com. These are also sites that include a review section where clients can go in, review their experience with you, and at the end of the day share with each other exactly what they liked or disliked about their business with you. So make sure you're active on these as well. If anything, it's a great way to drive that traffic to your site because at the end of the day, you still have a link to your website. So again, great for SEO. So moving right along, this was our second goal in today's presentation, and that was to build rapport with clients. You've heard me say it several times today, make things personal. Show them a glimpse into your everyday life to your clients, whether it may be, again, a vacation you've gone on, something neat and artistic that you saw throughout the day that you wanted to share, and feature this work on your website and your blog. That way they feel like they are personally connected with you and are able to trust you when it comes time for a business transaction. Second, incorporate a level of transparency. If you're involved with anything within your community, if you do a lot of charity work, make sure you let your clients know that. I'm sure that you guys are all involved with these type things, even trade shows. Let them know that. Show some pictures. Write a blog post about it and tell about those experiences. That way your clients can share that with you. And don't be afraid to let clients get to know you. The way the different social media accounts and blogging and emails that I've talked about today, there are definitely ways that a client will get to know you, but at the same time, you won't feel like they're a part of your life from when you wake up in the morning until you go to bed at night. So just let them get to know you. That way, again, when it is time for the client to call in a photographer, you're the first person they think of, which brings me to staying on the client's mind. And this was our third goal for today. You want to have that online presence. Your website is important, but just as important are your social media accounts and being active on review sites. And again, with your website, you want to make sure that it's viewable on any device. People aren't just accessing websites through computers now. There's tablets, there's iPhones, there's Androids. So you want to make sure that your website's viewable on any device and branded in a way that is consistent with the rest of your business. So make sure that, if you have a flash-only website, you need to take a look at the fact that that's not viewable on any device. So there's lots of tools out there that PhotoBiz provides that will allow you to be seen on any device and brand yourself accordingly. Again, staying on their mind means providing the fresh new content. Even updating your website. Don't leave the same images on your home page for year after year. Make sure you're updating that because that way when clients go to your website, it keeps their interest and it allows them and motivates them to click through your galleries and other pages within your site. And again, make sure and add in that personal touch. That can make or break a repeat client, adding in that personal touch. So definitely do that. And definitely carry that through your social media accounts as well as your blog. Let's revisit those goals one more time. Strengthening your online presence through your website, a blog, email, as well as the social media accounts is great for SEO. If you think of each of those individual platforms and how many clicks that can drive to your site, it's almost a no-brainer there. So definitely be involved with those. Constantly link to your website. And again, that'll help build up that search engine optimization that I know so many people are interested in. So building the rapport with clients, again, clients want to feel personally connected to someone that they are having take their pictures. So make sure that you're providing that for them. And then staying on your client's mind, leave them wanting more. So as soon as you start to provide these glimpses of your everyday life and behind the scenes looks into things, that's going to plant a seed in their minds that leaves them wanting more and wanting to know more about you. So make sure that you're doing all of these things, and it will be great for staying connected with your clients. So let's scoot over into the control panel and take a look at some ways that PhotoBiz can help you achieve these goals. All right, so the page that you're looking at right now is a part of my biz site, but I'm actually going to start by clicking over to my blog. Again, you have your banner image, and I have created a banner image using different images from some of the folks around here at PhotoBiz. You might recognize some of those faces. But here is an example of a blog post that I made. The title, Rock Steady Passionate Support, and then after that I've included an image. So this is an idea of what you can do with a blog. And then I wanted to really point out these little things over here on the right. These are my blog widgets. Instagram, this is the PhotoBiz Instagram account, and I have some code that we can use to put that Instagram account in as a blog widget. So that's a really cool way to kind of share that social media account with your clients and share that personal touch with them while still doing it on your website. Facebook does provide ways that you can add widgets onto your blog. So again, this is a Facebook like box. It shows how many people like your business. It also shows the past few updates that you guys have put. So that's another great way. Again, as I mentioned earlier, you can have an email subscription within your blog. That's done through FeedBurner. So you can add that in as a widget. And again, these are great ways to connect everything into one big puzzle. So next, again, this is a great way. This is just the home page of my biz site. This is just a great way to incorporate video into your site. Again, I mentioned that YouTube is a way that a tool that you can utilize to share a little bit more about your business. I know that some of you may even have YouTube videos that tell about your business and that are informative. So this would be a great place to put them, whether it be on your home page, your information page. It's just a great way all around to utilize both those social media accounts and your website in conjunction with each other. On the information page, again, this is the Instagram feed. I just put it in a different way here where it's horizontal instead of vertical. But again, it just shows these new and fresh content put right there into your PhotoBiz page. Another type website I'm going to show you, this is our HTML5 site, and this is another site you can utilize in conjunction with those social media accounts, and they work perfectly with each other. So again, in my About Me page, HTML5 will actually support having video in your About Me page. So that's another great way to share those videos that you may have about yourself. As I mentioned earlier, on your website, it's a really neat idea to use a featured photos gallery. If you have photos that you've taken recently and you want to share those with your clients, put them in a featured photos gallery. That way you can share it on your Facebook, you can link back to the gallery on your website, and it's a great way to pull in traffic because I'm sure that the clients that you took the pictures of would want to share that with their friends, especially if you feature them in a particular gallery on your website. This is a links page, and I've utilized a links page here and entitled it Connect. That way you can link to each different aspect of social media. So literally with the click of a mouse, a client can be taken over to the Twitter account or the Facebook account. And again, I use the like box here to the Instagram account and then over to the YouTube channel. So that way it's literally at their fingertips. They can take one click and be able to see you on another platform in a different way. Again, I have a link back over to my blog. Another great tool that PhotoBiz allows you to put on your sites are these icons. that you see down here at the bottom. I have an icon linking to Facebook, Twitter, the PhotoBiz blog, YouTube, and then Instagram again. So it's a great, great way and a great tool to utilize these icons to link over to those social media accounts. Now, having said that, let's talk about linking just a little bit. All of these accounts are important, but at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we keep the client on our website. This is what's going to drive SEO. It's really more about driving traffic to your site than driving traffic from your site over to the social media accounts. That's why I really like the icons the best. It allows them to still be on your site and they're still visible, but they're not big flashing lights that scream, hey, go to Facebook, or hey, go over to Twitter. I know even for me personally, if I click on Facebook when I'm on a website, I'm more than likely going to get lost in Facebook for a little while. So don't make big flashing lights, but at the same time, do utilize the tools that we provide in order to put those links there on your website. So that is all I have as far as the control panel goes. So let's scoot back over into the presentation and talk about services for just a minute. PhotoBiz does provide tools that we would gladly help you utilize each of these individual things into your website. We do provide a social media service if you are interested in that, where we will help build or improve your social media accounts. So if today you're thinking about the webinar and you're thinking, man, I really wish that I had a stronger Facebook or Twitter account, let us help you. We're more than happy to help build those, talk you through even more in depth some great tips and tricks that you can use to drive traffic to your site and to have those strong social media accounts. Also, if you've been thinking about, man, I wish my site really had a consistent theme and I was able to brand myself, we do offer the custom site service where we will actually design your site for you. Obviously, we would talk with you, get a feel of what you like and what you're looking for in a site, and then we would work one-on-one to design a site that you're happy with and that you want to brand to your customers. And then last but certainly not least is SEO, search engine optimization. If that's a big question for you and if that's something that you're interested in learning more about, or if it's something that you're interested in letting us do for you, take a look at our SEO service. I've seen some great results as far as search engine rankings, and it's a great way to, again, get your name out there and get your business out there. And of course, last but completely not least, you do, as PhotoBiz clients, have access to our passionate support team. I myself am a member of the support team, and I may have talked to some of you, but please call or submit a support ticket. We love working with our clients, and we could not be happier than when you're happy. So call us. There's our number on the screen. Our hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we would love to hear your feedback. We'd love to help you incorporate these social media accounts into your website, and we'd love to help you with your blog as well if you have some questions about that. So having said that, I am going to open it up for some questions that you guys have. So if you have questions, just type them into the chat box and I will get right back over to some of those questions. Okay, so our first question this afternoon is going to be from Kim. Kim says, how hard is it to go to HTML5? So that's a great question, Kim, and if any of you others out there are considering switching over to an HTML5 website, the transition is really seamless if you're moving from a Flash site. Basically, we do provide you the ability to import your content over from your Flash site into your HTML5, and that way it pulls your images and text that was on your current Flash site over into the HTML5 site, and then you just simply need to choose a template, color scheme, and then build a splash page if you want to incorporate one. So the transition, again, is very seamless, and we are so excited to be able to offer those HTML5 sites to our clients now. So Kim, I hope that answered your question. 1 second, we're going to have a couple other questions. I do see a couple more coming in, so I will be right back. All right, so it looks like Kim's question about HTML5 kind of got your gears turning as far as HTML5 goes, and I see a couple additional questions coming in about that. What I'm seeing a lot is, what is the advantage of an HTML5 site? An HTML5 site is a great type of website to use because it allows the same version of your site to be seen on any device. This way, what people see on a computer or what people see on a tablet or a phone doesn't change. If you're currently running off of a Flash website with an HTML mirror, the chances are likely that those two versions of your site might not look exactly the same. So it's a great way to brand yourself across all platforms and then allow yourself that 100% visibility. That way, literally, if someone has access to the internet, they can visit your site. So it's not a matter of you linking to it from your social media account and then them figuring out that, oh man, I don't have the Flash player, so I can't see their website. Nope, it's something that's viewable on any device, and the same version is viewable on any device. So have a couple other questions that I'm looking forward to answering today, so bear with me just one moment. Okay, so I have another great question coming in. Leah asked if I could get a little more specific in the Instagram and Facebook widget codes. So definitely that is something that you can search for online. Basically, if you're looking for HTML code to incorporate a social media account into your site, you can just search for, Facebook widget. I know that developers.facebook.com is a way for you to access the Facebook widgets. And then the Instagram code, just simply search for Instagram widget code, and you'll find some great resources there that you can use. All right, guys, so I've enjoyed getting to talk with you guys today. I really appreciate your great questions and your attentiveness. I'm going to turn everything back over to Danny. And again, I appreciate you joining me for today's webinar.
All right, thank you, Carrie, so much for the great presentation, and thank you to everybody who tuned in today. It was great to see so many of you listening in. So if you guys have any additional questions, like Carrie mentioned, you can always pick up the phone and call our support team toll-free here at 866-463-7620, anytime Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks again for listening, guys. We'll see you next time.